Yeah, big update time guys, cause this version, I mean 6.4 is finally taking shape, and now we actually have confirmed information instead of random guesses. So hello my cutie, and today we are breaking down Genshin Impact version 6.4, banner lineup and reruns with Varka's full kit. And yes, whether this patch is worth pulling or skipping. So, grab your healthy snack and soda. Let's talk about the banners first, because I know that's what everyone is here for. According to reliable source Hakushin, version 6.4 will only introduce one new character, and that character is Varka. No Lowen, no surprise 4-star, no hidden Adeptus. Lowen is officially not coming in 6.4, so if you were saving thinking he might sneak in as a 4-star, you can stop worrying now. So yes, Varka is the only new face in this patch. Now let's talk reruns, because this is where things get interesting. The confirmed rerun pool for 6.4 includes Flynn's, Escoffier, and Skirk. The order is still unknown, so we don't know who is Phase 1 or Phase 2 yet, but all three are locked in for this version. That already makes 6.4 a very dangerous patch for your Primogems, especially if you skipped any of these characters before. Flynn's returning makes a lot of sense, because HoYoverse usually brings back strong DPS units before moving deeper into a region cycle. Escoffier is also due for her rerun, and Skirk has been missing long enough that players have been begging for her return. So, from a rerun perspective alone, 6.4 is stacked. Now let's move on to the main star of the patch, Varka himself, because his kit is honestly one of the most unique designs HoYoverse has ever cooked. Varka is a 5-star Anemo Claymore user, but forget everything you know about Anemo supports, because this man is not here to swirl and leave. Varka is a full-on hybrid DPS, who also acts as a team element driver. His entire playstyle revolves around taking your team's elements and turning them into raw damage through Anemo. Starting with his normal attacks, Varka uses dual claymores, which is already insane. He has up to a 5-hit combo, and when he enters his special mode, his attacks gain elemental damage based on your team composition. Pyro, Hydro, Electro, Cryo, whatever you bring, Varka absorbs that identity and starts dealing mixed elemental damage on top of Anemo. His elemental skill is where everything begins. When you tap his skill, he deals AoE Anemo damage and enters Stormward Charge mode for 12 seconds. During this state, his normal and charged attacks gain elemental damage based on party members. He cannot plunge. His skill transforms into a special Anemo attack called 4 Winds Ascension, and he can use his special charged attack Azure Devour without consuming stamina. This means non-stop pressure, non-stop damage, and extremely fast rotations. Holding the skill lets him jump further and reposition, which is more about mobility than damage, but it fits perfectly into aggressive gameplay. His elemental burst, Northwind Avatar, is a massive double slash that deals heavy Anemo damage. The first slash converts into Pyro, Hydro, Electro, or Cryo, depending on your team, which means his burst adapts to whatever composition you're running. This alone makes him flexible in ways we haven't seen before. Now his passives push him even further. His first passive increases both Anemo and elemental damage based on his ATK, and he gains massive damage multipliers if you run either 2 Anemo characters or 2 characters of the same element. His second passive rewards Swirl by giving him stacks that boost his Stormward Charge damage. His third passive reduces skill cooldown for every Mondstadt character in the team, though this doesn't work in Abyss. And his Hexurai passive reduces special skill cooldowns if you run 2 Hexurai characters. Constellations only make him more cracked. C1 gives extra skill usage and a big damage boost when switching modes. C2 adds extra Anemo hits. C4 gives team-wide Anemo and elemental damage bonus when Varka swirls. And C6 gives massive crit damage and lets him spam his special attacks. In simple words, Varka is an Anemo DPS, a team element driver, and a swirl scaling monster all in one. He is not a bigger Wanderer, not a bigger Chaska. He's closer to an Anemo Skirk in how aggressive and fast he plays. And story-wise, leaks suggest we'll see Varka fighting the Abyss directly, which is something battle junkies are going to love. That covers banners and Varka's kit. Now, let's talk about pulls, because this is where your wallet starts sweating. Now my cuties, let's talk about the most important thing for planning your pulls in version 6.4, the Primogem count. Because knowing who is coming is one thing, but knowing whether you can actually afford them is another story. Version 6.4 will run from February 25 to April 8, and based on confirmed calculations, the total pull count is actually very solid, even without a new map. From one-time and limited content, including quests, events, achievements, live stream codes, update compensation, and other sources, players can expect around 2,965 Primogems, which is roughly 18 to 19 pulls. This includes about 1,365 Primogems from miscellaneous content and around 1,600 Primogems from events alone. Now, from permanent and repeatable content, daily commissions alone give 2,000 520 Primogems, which is about 15 to 16 pulls. Paimon's Bargains give 10 intertwined fates straight up. Imaginarium Theater contributes around 2,000 Primogems, Stygian Onslaught adds about 450, Abyss gives 800, and even the free Battle Pass adds another 5 intertwined fates. If you're running Welkin, you get an extra 3,780 Primogems, which is nearly 24 pulls. So when everything is added together, here's what you're looking at. Free-to-play players get around 64 limited pulls, plus 15 standard pulls. Welkin players get about 88 limited pulls, plus 15 standard pulls. And if you're running both Welkin and Battle Pass, you're looking at around 96 limited pulls, plus 15 standard pulls. Now here's the most important part. If your target is Phase 1, meaning Varka, or whoever ends up in the first half, you only get around 40 pulls as free-to-play, about 52 with Welkin, and around 55 with Welkin plus Battle Pass. In the first half alone, this matters a lot if you're not waiting for the full patch. So yes, 6.4 is generous enough to hit pity if you've saved before, but it's not a free guarantee patch. You still need to plan carefully. Now let's address the map situation, because a lot of people were expecting Dornman Port in 6.4, and the reality is a bit disappointing. Based on current community leaks and speculation, Dornman Port is likely not coming in version 6.4, with versions 6 and 6.3 already adding new areas. It looks like HoYoverse is pacing map expansions and saving them for 6.5 and possibly 6.8 or 6.7. This doesn't mean Dornman Port is cancelled, it just means it's delayed. There are also signs that HoYoverse is shifting some character development into world quests instead of Archon quests. If Dornman Port's story is tied to world quests involving characters like Lowen or even Amber's Apprentice, then delaying the map makes sense from a narrative perspective. So skipping a new map in 6.4 isn't an anomaly, it's just pacing. So, to wrap everything up, version 6.4 is a character-focused patch. 1 new powerhouse DPS in Varka, 3 very strong reruns in Flynn's, Escoffier, and Skirk, a solid pull count, but no new map. This is a patch where HoYoverse wants you to spend Primogems, not explore new land. Make sure to tell me in comments, my cuties, are you pulling for Varka, waiting for Skirk, or skipping everything and saving for what comes next? Thanks for watching, prepare your primos, and as always, peace out.